Kickoff of the 1997 Bantam football season. The Wildcats of Wheeling kicking off to the Mount Prospect Badgers, and there's the kick. Around the left side is number 35, and he's upended. Good play by the Wildcats. Advance the ball just inside the 20-yard line at about the 25. First round, 10 yards to go for the Badgers. Wildcats are lined up on defense, first and 10 at the 25-yard line for the Badgers. Badgers calling out the signal. Quarterback under center. Pro set, backfield. There's the exchange, handoff, number 22. Gets a couple of yards, and he's upended right there by the Wildcats defense. On the stop is Lucas Brown, along with Mark Smith. Mark Smith, the anchor of this ball club. He and Jamie Smith, the coach's son, proved to be the key factors as far as what happens with this team. There's little Rollins Riles playing in his first year at the Bantam level. Bright future, a lot expected out of this kid. A lot of potential. Second down, 8 yards to go. Quarterback under center, barks out the signal. Pro set, handoff. There's a tackle. Jamie Smith in there on the tackle and wrestles the ball away. Good stop. Loss of about 1 on the play. Third down and 9. High back formation for the Badgers. Quarterback barking out the signal. There's a whistle on the play. Looks like it could be a legal procedure by the Badgers. And there, no. It goes against the defensive unit of Mark Smith. Quarterback barking out the signal once more. The handoff, number 35 has an opening around the right side. He could break it. Still on his feet. He gets the first down. Third down, about 5 yards to go for the Badgers. We missed a couple of plays there due to technical difficulties, but they're on about the 31-yard line of Wheeling. Quarterback takes the snap, hands off to the right side. Looks like he has a little daylight, and there's a wrestling match going on underneath there as he's sacked for a loss. Looks like Jamie Smith in there trying to wrestle the ball away from the running back. Great defensive effort. There he is, Jamie Smith, doing a heck of a job. The coach's son, of course, but more importantly, an outstanding athlete. One of the top wrestlers not in the country. I'm sorry, he is one of the top wrestlers in the country. Outstanding 10-year-old Jamie Smith. Fourth and a long 6. Looks like the Badgers are going to try to attempt to get the first down here. Quarterback barking out the call. Looks like it's going to the right side. There's the pitch. He has some daylight. Jitter step move, but he's tripped up. He's short. Great defensive stand by the Wildcats. They take over. 0-0 ball game. First half of action here in Lions Park in Mount Prospect. Fisher's not sure if it was a first down, and it was just by a hair, by inches. They come up short, the Badgers do, so the ball turns over. The Wheeling takes over for their first possession of this 1997 football season. Wildcats' first possession. There's Little Riles, the running back in the backfield. Jamie Smith under center, calling out the play. Handoff, Riles up the middle. He's roughed up, gets about 2 on the play. Riles getting tough. He's a tough little spunky little kid. Weighs just under 60 pounds, one of the lighter kids on the ball club, but boy, does he have a lot of speed and a lot of heart and a lot of determination. Pick up about 2. Second down, 8 yards to go for the Wildcats. Smith underneath center and second down. High back formation, Riles the lead block, Smith the tailback. There's a whistle on the play, and looks as if the cadence of Jamie Smith drew off the Badgers defensively, so 5 yards will be tacked off in favor of the Wheeling Wildcats. Second and about 4 to go. Smith underneath center. Barks out the call. There's a sweep move. Mark Smith on the right side. Has a little gray daylight if he can get it around the outside, and he's forced out of bounds. About the 40-yard line or so. Great run by little Mark Smith. Close to a first down. The Wildcats with the first down. Great run by Mark Smith. He's the long setback. There's the snap. Flag on the play. Smith around the left side. Looking for some daylight. And he's upended. Great tackle. No gain on the play. Maybe for a loss. But there is a flag on the play. Coach Mark Smith talking over with the official exactly what took place there. They said illegal snap by the Wildcats. Quarterback center exchange. Illegal. And the penalty has been declined. So it's second down, 10 yards to go. Timeout called by the Wheeling Wildcats. Play has resumed here. Second down, 12 to go for the Wildcats. Smith, the handoff to Smith. He's met at the line of scrimmage. Pick up of probably about 2 on the play there. Off the left tackle is Mark Smith. Pick up of about 4. 3rd and 8 for the Wildcats. Riles in the backfield along with Mark Smith. Jamie Smith underneath center. Barks out the signal. Smith looking. Riles on the completion. They got a screen, and the tackle is made. Bruce with the stop for number 82, the Badgers. So they work that screen play, and that's one of the bread and butter plays. They think they can get Little Rollins some blocking up front and head straight downfield. Loss of about 4 on the play there. 4th down and a long 14. Badgers to punt. Jamie Smith back. And it is blocked. The Wildcats down the ball, but it was blocked. Great effort by the Badgers. This team is outstanding, folks. They won it all last year with a record of 10-0. Great defensive push up front. Blocks a Jamie Smith attempted punt, and they take over with great field position at the 30-yard line of the Wheeling Wildcats. The Badgers first down. Got a clog in the middle there. Whistles on the play. Looks like he was lost for about a yard. Actually, a 1-yard pickup. Second down, 9 yards to go. There's Riles, the free safety for the Wheeling Wildcats. Quarterback under center, barking out the call. There's a pitch out. Around to the left side. Juke move, but he's swarmed by a bunch of Wheeling defenders in the backfield. Lost probably about 3 on the play. Smith on the stop there, along with Campbell. Mark Smith in there as well. No gain on the play. Second and still a long 9. So now the officials have made the proper ball markers. There's a loss on the play, about 5. It's a long second, about 16 to go. And that's the end of the quarter, so we have a scoreless ball game here after 1 quarter of action. The Wildcats and Badgers were actually scoreless. Back after this. And the second quarter has resumed, and the Badgers have a break right there, and he's coming right at you, coming right at your camera, and he rumbles all the way for the touchdown. "35-yard scamper by number 22. Excellent move at the start of the second quarter to give the Badgers a 6-0 lead. Badgers setting up for the 2-point conversion here. Center gets the snap to the quarterback. Number 22 bowling over, still on his feet, but he is stopped. So the 2-point conversion fails. The Badgers have a 6-0 commanding lead at the start of the second quarter. Here's the kickoff. Great punt, all the way over the head. Mark Smith gets it deep in his own territory, and he's going to be swarmed coming to the near side, and he is upended at the 9-yard line. Great punt by the Badgers. And the officials just found a mistake there. There were 12 players on the field. The Wheeling Wildcats coaching staff thought that there were only 10 players. Another player ran out, but there were 12 players on the field. And that's a penalty going up against the Wildcats. They could be in deep trouble. First and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 9-yard line. Mark Smith, triple backfield. Up the middle is Rollins Riles, and he's down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of about 1. Second down, 9 for the Wildcats. They trail by a score of 6-0 here early in the second quarter of action at Lions Park. Jamie underneath center, calling out the signal. High back, triple back, wishbone backfield. Mark Smith, the middle back. And there's a flag on the play, so evidently there's some cadence called there, and it could be on the defensive team. The officials conferring right now. Offsides on the Badgers. They lined up in the neutral zone as the official gives the indication in favor of the Wildcats, so 5 yards is tacked off. Second down at about along 4 to go for Wheeling. Wildcat sets up the offense. One more time, they take a look at the defense. Smith in the middle, Riles, play action fake. Jamie Smith is swarmed by the front line of the defensive unit of the Badgers. Break the handoff to Riles. Spin move, try to give it to Mark Smith, but the line caved in and they sacked Jamie Smith for a loss. Third and a long 7. Big play here for the Wildcats of Wheeling. Smith underneath center, barking out the call. Mark Smith lining up his guys in the backfield. There's a fake handoff. Smith rolls out, runs into Rollins. Riles, busted play, and he's sacked. No gain at all. So the Badgers doing a heck of a job defensively. The Wildcats seemingly can't get anything going offensively. Fourth down, along 7 yards to go. They're looking at you right in the camera. Jamie Smith to punt. There's a snap. There's a kick. Nearly blocked again. The Badgers get the ball in good field position. Rolls to the left side. He's swarmed. Forced out of bounds by the Wheeling Wildcats defensive unit, or kicking team unit. So the Badgers take over in great field position at about the 13-yard line. First down for the Badgers. They take over on the 13-yard line, and they're looking very, very impressive in this first half of action here at Lions Park. There's a pitch off. Down the left side. They're coming right at you, and there the tackle is made, but there's a flag on the play as well. Mark Smith coming up with the tackle. Illegal use of the hands by the offense. So a lot of penalties, and this one favors the Wildcats of Wheeling. There you have a look at the Wheeling Wildcats coaching staff. 10-yard loss on that particular play. Second down and a long 20 to go. There's a handoff, snuffed up the middle. There's a fumble, and the Wildcats come up with it. Turnover is made. Mark Smith makes the recovery. This kid is an outstanding ball player, no question about it. 10-year-old veteran on the ball club. He's a hitter on defense, and he's a scorer on offense. Mark Smith and the Wheeling Wildcats take over. First and 10 for the Wildcats at the 20-yard line. Smith underneath center there, I-back formation. Riles the lead guy, Mark Smith the tail guy. And a busted play once more. This defensive line is just breaking down the offensive line of the Wildcats. Jamie Smith sacked for a loss of about 2 on that play. Second down, 13. Wheeling. At about the 17, Mark Smith rolls to his right side. Looked like he's got some blockers out front, avoids one tackler, gets around another, tripped up, and he is knocked out of bounds. So he gets back to the original line of scrimmage at the 20-yard line. Actually a yard at the 19-yard line. Officials to mark it, third down and a long 11 to go for the Wildcats. They need a big play here. They had a bit of confusion there on that play. Keo, number 56 to center, had to go out momentarily because of cut some blood. They got him back in after getting him patched up. Long snap over the head of the quarterback, Jamie Smith, and they're coming right at you, and you can hear the hit. Lost all the way back at the 5-yard line. Mark Smith. And now they're going to have to punt, so we have real confusion here on the offensive line of the Wildcats, and Mark Smith is feeling it. Jamie Smith back to punt. There's the exchange. There's the punt. Good punt. Ball is all the way back. Ball is all the way back. And it is down. The Badgers take over one more time after a great defensive stop. They still lead it by a score of 6-0 late in the first half of action here at Lions Park in Mount Prospect. Oh, good hit. Second down along 7 for the Badgers. There's exchange. There's a handoff, left side. Runs in a lot of traffic at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a pickup of 1 on that play. Look at that. Mark Smith diving in there.
It's like a rugby scrim in there. They turn that corner and they're down the field.
3rd and 7 for the Badgers. And we got movement on the line of scrimmage. Campbell jumped, but it looks like an offensive player must have pulled him off.
Any contact made?
Mark Smith indicating it's going against the Badgers. The legal procedure is the call against the Badgers as they're pushed back. So that's a lucky break for the Wildcats because they need it, no question about it, trailing 6-0 late in the second quarter here at Lions Park. 3rd and a long 13. The Badgers barking out the signal.
The next kickoff. What a pass play.
Handoff up the middle, and he's met hard.
Nowhere to go.
That gets intercepted.
Kehoe. Bledsoe on the stop. It's going to be 4th down. Looks like they're going to have to be forced to punt. Probably the first time this afternoon.
Halftime.
And that's the halftime. The Wildcats come off after playing their first half of the 1997 season, and they trail it by a score of 6-0. And here's the start of the second half of action with the Badgers leading. There's the kick to Mark Smith. He rolls to the left side, finds a little bit of daylight. Still on his feet, and he's brushed up out of bounds. Great return, a return of about 20 yards for Mark Smith to open up the second half of action here. 1st and 10 at about the 40-yard lines for the Wildcats. They trail the Badgers 6-0. Smith underneath center. Riles and Smith in the background. Backfield, fumble, poor exchange by center. Smith falls on it. Maybe a loss of 1 on that play. So poor exchange between Kehoe and Jamie Smith. They blow a play on that one. 2nd down, about 11 yards to go for the Wildcats. We got a movement on the line of scrimmage there, so Jamie Smith doing a good job on his cadence. Again, a very, very high penalized Badger team this afternoon. It's a team last year that won it all. They went 10-0 undefeated to win everything. A lot of their players moved up to the next level, but they still look very good, very well disciplined. 5 yards tacked off on this one. The clock is running in the 3rd quarter of action here at Lions Park. Wildcats with the ball. They're going to try it again. Smith barking out the signal. It's the exchange. Mark Smith rumbles off the guard. Maybe a pickup of 1 on that play. A couple yards. Campbell with a good block on that one. 3rd down. About 4 yards to go. Smith with a handoff. Fumble. Smith and Riles, poor exchange. The Wildcats recover. We got an injured player. The Badgers take over with the ball and a big loss, a big sack. 2nd down, a long 16 for the Badgers on their 21-yard line. Quarterback barking out the signal, gives the handoff. Up on the right side, stop is made. Good defensive effort by the Wildcats. 3rd down, about 14. Quarterback barking out the call. Got some confusion in the backfield, still on his feet. Great look at the swarming defense. The Wildcats stop him. Big play, big series. The Wildcats answering the call. 4th down, a long 16 to go. They're going to have to force the punt. The Badgers setting up. They're going to run a play. 4th down, sweep to the right side. Still on his feet. Tackle is made, so the Wheeling Wildcats stop the momentum of the Badgers. They lead it by a score of 6-0. The Wildcats take over at about the 25-yard line. There's a little fan out here enjoying himself at Lions Park. Look at him, the little guy. Jamie Smith barking out the call. Right side, the Wildcats. Smith has the ball. He runs it out there, cuts back in, and he is swarmed, but a good pickup. So a great-looking play by the Wheeling Wildcats. Look as if they're getting a little bit more confidence in their ability and a team unit. We have a man down on the play. Looks like it could be a Wildcat. No, the shadow looked like it was a dark jersey, but it is a red jersey. A Badger is upended on the play. Great execution by the Wheeling Wildcats. They need to knock on a door and get a score here. They're trailing 6-0 midway through the third quarter of action. Coach is hovering over, taking a look at the injured player, make sure everything is fine. The player is helped to his feet. He is okay.